This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, Madan.
Oh, okay, thank you. Rajesh, you were not staying till the end of the session, leaving early. Rajesh, okay. Hope you are all. Okay, let me share my screen. No, Rajesh, your voice is not audible. You are on mute. So yesterday I have uploaded the scripts. Just practice them. So, okay. Today we'll try to learn a new concept called Jenkins shared library. Jenkins shared library. So normally what happens? Normally, even for example, developers normally what they do normally use.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Rajesh,
Is my
now
voice
you are
audible?
yes, Rajesh, you are audible.
Yeah. Somewhat mic issues.
No problem, no problem. So you are leaving early. So nowadays, so you are not staying
Yeah.
till the end.
No,
Okay,
the
okay.
2 days I got some work, so I left
No,
early.
no problem. You will listen the recordings. If you have any issues,
Yeah.
let me
I'm
know.
listening the recordings at now evening.
Nice. Okay, okay. Then fine. So developers normally use common libraries. For example, you see, if he's a VC++ developer or a C# developer or Java developer, so who are maybe the developers? So these languages provide. provide APIs. Provide APIs. So what is APIs? We already did this. Application programming interface, right? So we if you remember while working on Amazon AWS CLI, AWS, we worked on AWS CLI. So there we have created we have listed out the bucket list we listed out the items in the bucket. We stopped and started the EC2 instances. So those are all called libraries, right? So those are all existing libraries, right? So everybody provide AWS CLI SDK something. If you type something like this, you will get a documentation, something like this. Something you randomly search, so it will take to you that. For example, this is the one API, one API, and the description about this API, what this API do. So that means this is already, the code is already written by AWS developers. They are already written and they are mentioning how to use it. So they're saying that if you want to use this API, you have to use like this. Give AWS EC2 space stop instances, and this slash means it's continuation of the second line. So you give instance IDs and the ID name. If you run this command, this API, the stop instance API, is a program. It's already written. It's already written. It knows it having all the logic to connect to this instance. If you give the instance ID, it will connect to that instance, and it will stop the instance. So this is called a API, stop instance API. So why I am discussing all these things? Because here our shared library also something like that only. So when DevOps engineers, DevOps engineers, when they are working, when they are working on various pipeline scripts, pipeline scripts, okay, normally repeated repeated tasks they will write in a uh, in a file, separate file with functions. What are functions? What are functions? Here, stop instance, you can call it as a function, or you can call it as API, or you can call it as a method. You can name it. So, so it is a function. You can call this as a function simply. So this function or this API will contain all the logic inside it. Similarly, the DevOps developers, DevOps engineers also, when they are working on various pipeline scripts, normally the repeated task they will write in a separate file with inside a function. And what they say, they will write and they will prepare a library like this. So multiple functions they will write. Suppose they are working in some project in a company, they are working in a project. When they suppose you or me, even anybody joins in a company, there may be already the DevOps engineers might have written some Jenkins shared library. They already might have created. So suppose when you want to do some task, you no need to do it from scratch. For example, assume I want to stop this instance. I want to write a program for that. Not required. It is already there. You can use it. This method, if you call this API, it knows how to stop it. Why you are reinventing the cycle? No need to reinvent. No need to rewrite the code again. It is already your teammates. When you join, your seniors might will inform you that we have a shared library. We have a shared library. Go through it. Do not write again, because the code whatever written, it's a small scripts actually, don't worry. So they write in they use a language called Groovy. For that they use a language called Groovy. Okay. So or they can say Groovy script also. Okay. You can go through this. We have a good uh, very many sites are there, so you can learn over here. So groovy.lang, here we have the documentation. So if you want, if you are very interested, you can write how you have examples, you can go through it, right, and you can practice if you want, right, the syntaxes. So suppose it is something like println. If you learned in your, if you are IT, then you are in IT, then when you are learning, when you are in your graduation, then might be you have learned Pascal language. In Pascal language we have something syntax like this println, right, something like that. But anyway, we no need to go into the depth. But initially when you join in a company, you do your normal tasks, but in the meanwhile you grow yourself by learning interesting things, like explore new things. So don't start everything from the beginning. If you start it from the beginning, then the whole thing looks like a mountain. Okay, bit by bit you slowly explore and slowly improve yourself. But anyway, that is, anyway, that applies to anything, everything. So this that lead, DevOps lead will inform us saying that we have already a library. Do not write scripts from scratch. You go through the library and understand them and use the functions inside that library. Use them in your pipeline script. Don't write again. Why? Because these scripts whatever written by previous DevOps engineers, already well tested. They are already well tested and they are working very well. They have no issues. So whoever new person join, the lead will inform them to use those existing libraries only initially. But assume in that library some functions are not available, then you can write your own and you can show to your team, and your team will approve it. If they approve it, then you can add that to your library. So that slowly you also can contribute to this library when you are working in a company. So today we will see that is the main advantage. So if other teams in the same project, in the same company, if there are other teams are there, in the other teams also there will be DevOps engineers. So when these DevOps engineers communicate with us, if they ask us, so do you have this script in your library? If yes, then we can share our script library to them. They can use our library and we can use their library. So there could be a common library, so that everybody can use the existing scripts for various projects. Projects may be different, no problem. Projects may be different. See, for example, in our script here, we are doing some activities. For example, in this step, I'm pulling this is a common task, right? Here when I'm cleaning and packaging. So, here this script you can put inside a function. You can write this inside a function, and you can use that function. You no need to write again this step. You don't need to write again this step. You can use that function over here, right? So today we'll see how to create our own Jenkins library. Till now, anybody have any questions? Okay. Now, for that, what you have to do? So before I continue, everybody joined. Naveen, Shibin, Swaraj is not joined. Okay, right. So actually, a small announcement I want to give, that is, next week, uh, due to unavoidable reasons, next week I may not be available next week. So we will join uh, by on 8th April 8th. This week I will not take classes for these 5 sessions, but these sessions I will cover later point of time by spending some extra time, by seeing your convenience time. Is it fine? No response. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yes, yes. So I was saying that for 1 week, due to personal reasons, I cannot avoid it actually. Otherwise, I would have avoided it. So this week, coming week, I will may not take classes. So we will rejoin on 8th, April 8th.
Yeah, okay. It is unavoidable now, so we can join. Fine for me.
Yeah. All right. What about others?
Others are joining. Others are dropping messages. You can see in chat.
Swaraj, yeah, I was saying that next week I will be on leave. I will be going on leave. So that's what I want to convey. So on April 8th, I will be joining again. So on April 8th, we will continue our sessions. Okay. Naveen, you said yes. Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Just a moment, please. Be online. One moment, please. So don't worry about the timings. So these 5 hours are nothing. I will cover them. I will cover them these 5 hours. In some of the weekends. Uh, so I won't take like Linux that much hours. I understood you are not able to spend that much time, but I will somehow in weekends I will take 1.5 hour sessions, and I will we can cover this time whatever time we are going to miss. And the meanwhile, you please practice from the scratch, please, from AWS. Start from AWS. We practice everything from scratch, right? And everything whatever we discussed till now, till Jenkins, we practice everything. You use this time properly, because the coming topics are very interesting, and there also you have to spend more time, like Ansible, Terraform, and Docker and Kubernetes are the main topics. Docker and Kubernetes are the main important topics. There we have to spend much time, because if you have good knowledge on Docker and Kubernetes, cracking the interview it will be very easy. If they are looking for Docker and Kubernetes roles, then no, if you have good knowledge in that, then definitely they will take you. So I will spend good time over there. But anyway, meanwhile, these things, whatever we learned, these things, Jenkins is a platform where we have to add about these coming tools now. Whatever tools we're learning in coming days, those we will be adding to a Jenkins. So Jenkins platform, we are prepared now. So till here you practice well. So once we started those new topics, those will be more interested. In the meanwhile, I will cover these 5 hour sessions, whatever we are missing, going to miss next week. So normally we use Groovy language. So let me elaborate this same thing. Is a concept of having a common pipeline code in the where it will be, where the state value will be there. Actually, they will be available in the our GitHub repository. That means here is my GitHub. So where our shared library will have, existing going to be exist in our GitHub only. Here we have to create one more repository for that. We have to create one more repository. So this repository, in this repository, we will write the code, the scripts, right? Let's see how we will do that. That can used by any number of pipelines. So in your project, you can use this library for any project, any pipeline, just by referencing the library available in the GitHub. So as I told you, multiple teams can use the same shared library for their team. So normally what we have to do is, first step, create a repository uh, for the Jenkins shared library. Once you create a, let's do first step, go to our here, this is my so how to create a new repository. Click on my account name. When you create account name, you will contain various repositories available here already. Here what I will do, I want to create a new repository. Click on plus symbol, new repository. You can give a new repository something like, okay, you can say common Jenkins shared library, something you can say. You can give any name, right? This is the name I want to give. The description is optional. Now create a repository, right? Now this is a repository. So what I will do, I will copy these commands, everything I will copy. So here, let me go to downloads and right click over here and open this git bash here. Not here exactly. Let me create a new folder. New folder. I think it's something I will create a name. Go to this shared folder and right click over here. Open git bash here and paste the command, complete all the commands, all these commands, okay, and enter. Go, GitHub, what I did again. See here, you see, observe carefully. Here it is coming Git, right? Git at the rate GitHub. So it is selected by default SSH. Select HTTPS. Okay, select this one. Okay, that is the problem. Copy this and let me paste it again. Okay, remote is already exists, no problem. So previous command executed. Okay, I do one thing. As you know, here it contains our Git folder here. So view show hidden items. So our folder is Git is created, local repository is created. Shift delete it. Okay, you delete it. Okay, since we are using this command prompt, it won't allow you to delete this command prompt once again. Try again. Okay, no longer located. Okay, then why it is showing here? Refresh. Yeah, so delete this file as well. Now again let me do try this one. Go to show more options, git bash here, right click and paste the commands, press. Everything is fine. Yeah, enter. Now everything is ready. Now clear the screen. Now if you go to our if you refresh this page now, you see common Jenkins library shared for library is created. One main branch is there here. Everything is there. So one rule you should remember. We should create a, there is a structure actually. Whenever you want to create a shared library, you have to follow a structure. That is the folder structure. It should contain a vars folder. It's important. Okay, create a vars folder inside the repository. Is must actually. We have source folder will be also available. Normally when you create a shared library, they follow the structure actually. Where's source, here you contain your source files, and another folder will be created resources. So some resource files will be available here. Most important point we should understand is, even though source and resources and source, these two directories are not there, no problem, but your vars folder must exist. Only inside of this you can create your groovy files, your functions, whatever discussing the functions, those functions you can create. So next thing what I have to do, I have to create a new folder. For that, what I have to do, here I will say mkdir, where I am the main branch, in the repository name is this one, and make directory vars. Now if you say git status, uh, why it is not showing? It should show, right? Mhm. Not showing the folder. Great. Why is not able to create a folder here? Yes. Not recognizing. Why it is not recognizing? Change the folder we have created. The folder should be recognized. It's not recognizing somehow. Give me a minute, please. I'm trying to create a new repository. So library 2 I'm giving get repository. So should work actually, but somehow it is not properly behaving. It's okay. Let me try on my Jenkins machine. Here, what I will do, I will create a new folder. Now here, let me run my first command git init. Okay, by default it is saying it's pointing to master, right? Then what you have to do, git config global user dot name. I'll say something name like a Raj. So let me make it. Somebody may already have this email ID. So what I will do, I will add some 2024. Now it is done. Now next, what we'll do, run these commands. Commit is not required, but I want to change my branch to main. As of now, it is master, as you know. I modified it. Then what I will do, get the remote add. So I'm connecting to remote. Fine. Get the screen. Now, for example, now I will try to create it. Let me check the git status. No comments. Okay, fine. Next, what I will do, I will create a folder here now. Where's, and then let me check the status now. Okay, let me get inside the where's folder. ls. Here I will create one file first. I For example, some um, some Groovy file. So Groovy file, how it looks like. You can give any name. For example, first dot Groovy. How you create VI, not VI, cat. Or touch is fine. Touch first dot Groovy. Enter. Okay. Now let me check the Git status. Let's see what it will show me. Okay. So uh, so what mistake I did is, it's not a mistake actually. It should show the directory. Since the directory is empty, since it was empty, when I say, even though I have the folder, it's not showing it. Unless I have the vars folder. So I'm coming back from Jenkins. Okay, let us use the same original library. Let's see, cd vars. Okay, here let me create a file. So instead of that, using that console, let us use Windows. Go to vars folder. Here you right click and open a new window. Okay, open a new window, uh, or else go to a notepad plus plus. Here you can say something like def. See, like every language, like in C language, whenever you declare a function, the function name in the beginning you write a keyword like function. So here also we use a keyword called def. Def we have to use. So def indicates that we are going to write a Groovy function. For example, here I want to write a Groovy function called call. So is a function name. The name can be, you can give any name. Here call is a default name. If you say call, then I will tell you about call in a moment. But understand, def call here, and you have to put empty parentheses. These parentheses as of now empty, but this parenthesis also take some parameters. So what the parameters are, what is this new term parameters, I will explain you in a moment. But as of now, this parentheses are empty, and as usual, a begin and a end should be there. So in this, now assume our DevOps engineers, they're writing their own scripts. So common scripts they are writing now. Now they found that they are using some code, some pipeline script multiple times. Then they want to put inside a library. Now they thought they given a name, some name here, def call, and here they will write a common code. As of now, simply I will say, welcome to Jenkins shared library. This is the text I have given here now. So as of now, it is not doing anything important, but we're just trying to understand the syntaxes and other things. Only those things we're trying to understand. So a def is the beginning of the function. A def you have to define. Def means nothing but definition or define not a function. Okay, and a begin and end with a parentheses. If you forget this, then you will get an error. You should not forget. These are called syntaxes. So this is the thing you have to write. Now you save it. So how you save it? In double quotation, right? Suppose something like welcome welcome message, something welcome message dot groovy. So extension will be groovy, welcome dot groovy, right? And double quotation. Why I'm giving double quotation? If you don't give double quotation, then after groovy dot txt extension will be added. To avoid that, I'm putting inside double quotation so that my file will be saved without the extension of txt. Now when I save it, what happens? Go here in this map. Okay, where I saved it, I should save in this folder, right? So I saved it somewhere. So where I saved it, the path it's showing in desktop. All right. So what I have to do? Save as, save a copy as. Go to our downloads, Jenkins library. In the vars folder, I want to save it. Done. Now what happens now? Here we have in the vars folder we have the groovy file. Welcome message dot groovy. So next what I will do, I will push it. And meanwhile, let me, my server already ended or what? Okay, it's okay. Here I will ping google.com. I'll come back if required. I will stop it here. Now git status. If I say, so I'm coming out of var folder. I'm inside a var folder. It's a var folder. I'm coming out of it. Git status. Now it's showing var folder as well. Before it was not showing. So some content, when I added a file, only then it is showing. When it is empty, it was not showing. Anyway, now what I will do? Git add dot, and then git commit -m. Okay, added first groovy file into the library. Now let's push it. Git push. Now let us go here and let us see whether we can able to see our library 2. I'm ignoring it. This I created, ignoring it. I'm going to the previous one. Let's see whether we have the file uploaded here or not. We have the vars folder, and go to the vars folder. Now we have the groovy file uploaded here. Remember, the vars folder is must. If you simply create a file without creating a vars folder, then the shared library will not work. This is a file. So next thing what we have to do, go to our dashboard. Click on manage Jenkins. Okay, vars folder, right? Then create below groovy file, right? Something like welcome message dot groovy, and then here you have to paste your simple code, something like this. You have to copy, right? Then next step, what you have to do, push the latest changes to the repository. Whatever repository you created, you push to that. Next thing, what? Go to manage Jenkins. Okay, manage Jenkins. Here, go to system. Here we have to go to a section called groovy shared library. Click on manage Jenkins. Click on system. Now just scroll down. You see, get global pipeline libraries. Shareable libraries available to any pipeline jobs running on the system. These libraries will be trusted, meaning they run without sandbox restrictions and may use grep. So click on add button here. So what is the library name? You have to give the same name, whatever name we have given to our repository. This is our library name. Okay, don't confuse. This is our library name. Give that name, right? That's the library name. Default version. Here, what we have to give? We have to give our branch name. Our branch name is main, right? That name you have to give. You see, if you click on the question mark, it will give more information. Might be your branch name, tag, commit hash. Okay, would be, so branch name I am giving here. Here you say main. Main is my branch name. That's it. Any doubts here? That's all we have to do. Then come down. Retrieval method, modern SCM, legacy SCM. Select modern SCM as it is. Source code management. Which one you have to use? Git or GitHub? I have to select Git. And what is the project repository? This you already know. Okay. Here, click on my repository name. Copy the code. Copy this link. paste here. So link has come. Remaining you can leave, no issues. Remaining are optional, nothing you need to do. So what we did here, we just came here, pipeline libraries, we clicked on add button. Then the library, the repository name you have to give, that is nothing but your library name. Whatever name you give to your repository, that is a library name, remember. Then the branch name, and you give your repository path. Apply. Now I can use my library now in my script. How can I use my library? Go to new item. So say pipeline library one something. Click on pipeline. Okay. Now click on pipeline on the left side. Let me take a sample application, hello world example for instance. Here I want to use a library. So I want to use my library. Then simply I have to use say what is the library, what are the methods we have in this library. In the vars folder, you go to var folder. This is a groovy file, right? Groovy file. This file having a name welcome message. So you have to use this name to call the methods, the functions inside this file. That means if you open it, we have this method. If you want to use this method, then what you have to do? Simply use this file name, that's all. So how to use it? The file name is welcome message and empty parentheses. Welcome message empty parentheses. So when you do this, then what happens? The welcome message immediately inside this file. As of now, we have only one API or one method or one function. We can call it as API, method, function, all are same. So any method, if you having name as call, then by default the method which having the name as call will be called. Assume here in this file we have only one function, but assume we have 10 functions here. 10 functions will have obviously should have different names. All functions should not cannot have one name like call like that. We can't put for all the methods. You should, the name should be differ. The name should be different. So here it is call. Remember that in Groovy, any function which having name as call, then that will be called. Even though there are 10 functions here, and you are accessing something like this file name and double quote and empty parenthesis, then by default, even though we have here 10 functions, then only the call will be called. So that is a inside the system is like that. We don't need to worry why it is only called. The system is built like that. If you have 10 functions and you are not specifically calling a method, you can call specifically a method. Suppose assume there is another method. There is another called something like method 2. Then you have to put a dot here and you have to call the other method 2, something like this. You have to put a dot over there if you are calling a different method. But condition applies. If it's a default method, call method, then you have to put is enough. But when you're calling a specific method, then what we have to do? The specific method will not work like that. You have to put inside a. So if you are calling a specific method like something like dot method one something and closing, and here it should put that instruction should put inside a script. Only then that will be called. But if you're calling a default method without script is fine. Right, let's try. And one more thing you should understand, I have to inform to this pipeline script that my script, this is the Groovy script, this is a method I want to call which is available in the library. Then in the beginning of the script we have to give the library name, something like at the rate symbol you have to give, and library is a keyword. Library is a keyword, like pipeline is a keyword, Similarly, library is a keyword, library. And in the bracket, in a single quotation, you have to give the library name, nothing but your repository name. So just copy over there. You have to copy this, copy it. See, that is the right library and the library name. Because in this library only, our Groovy file is there. So I'm calling the call method. So here, after that, you have to put a underscore symbol. That is syntax you have to follow. The syntax you have to follow. It's a continuation. It's like a, we are saying that it's continuation, script continuation. Underscore means script is continuing. So including this line, the script is continuing. That's all we have to do. Add the library name and branch name under, what is the option it is? Under global pipeline libraries. And add below statement in the pipeline. What is the statement we have to add? This one, right? So this way we have to do. Now apply and save changes. So I'm building now. Now let's see what message, what log we have. Here, if you click on logs, you see you got a message saying, welcome to Jenkins shared library, right? So this statement where we configured, we saw it in, we mentioned it inside our library, but we are able to see, we are able to use it. So welcome to Jenkins library. So suppose I want to change a new change, immediately I want to do some other change. You can do it. Suppose where is the path? It's still pointing there. Let me open my path. So this is the where folder, right? Open it with our notepad plus plus. Now I'll say I want to update this library. Okay. Updated the library function with the new script logic something. So this one I just now added now. Then what we have to do? Just push this. Just push this. That's it. So what I have to do? Commit. Here you should say add am. Just am is enough. Enter and push. Now you see, now we don't need to do anything now. If I run it again, the new statement should come. If I run it again, so second time it has run, and if you check the logs now, you have two messages, right? Update the library function with new script logic. So automatically updated, you see. Now, for example, in the same Groovy file, I have added one more file called def. Okay, manage to add uh, or else display another message. Okay, so in this message I want to take a value, so message something I want to pass. Here I want to display that message, echo message received is, so I want to print the content of this message. Then I have to use how to print a dollar symbol and a curly bracket. Inside this variable, this is called a parameter. So that means it's a parameter. You can send message. You can send from your script. That means this is your script, right? Go to configure pipeline. This is script, right? I want to write one more stage. Okay, one more stage. Here I want to add one more method. What is the method name? I told you this is a method name. Whenever you're calling in another method, you have to use inside a script. So use a script here, and then now I have to call that particular method. Put a dot here and a message. The function name, and in that whatever you want to message, put inside a single quotation. Sending message from Jenkins. Okay, this message I'm sending. So this message will be, I'm sending from here. This message will go to and passed over and stored inside this variable called MSG. It is something like MSG equal to you something you are assigning this value. It's something like you are assigning this value to this variable. It's equivalent like that. It is same as like that. You are doing something. You are sending here means this value will be assigned to this MSG. This value will be stored inside this variable. We call it as a variable. Why it is variable? This variable will not have, it can store any value. Today I'm sending this one, tomorrow I will send another message. You can send any message, it won't stop. It will access any message. It always where it varies. That is the reason we call it as a variable. It changes. So it has received a new message. Now I want to display message received is the message name. Close the double quotation and enter and close the curly braces. Here is a new message I want to add to my library. Okay, this thing I have to remove. Then I'm uploading, right? One method and this other method. Save this file and let me push it to my central repository. So simply commit, push it. Now when I run my, apply these changes. So this one message, this on second stage. In the second stage, should say this one, apply, save. I am sorry, I have not built. Build now. It's failed. Okay, let's see what is the problem. Any guess? Anybody? So here, welcome to Jenkins shared library. That is fine. Then second stage, no signature of method. No signature of method. Signature of method means something name is not matching. The what we calling and it is not matching. So let us go to my dashboard. Let me see the code. Go to my code, configure pipeline. This is my code. So it is saying something is mismatching. Welcome message dot display. That is perfect. Looks fine for me. And what name what we have in the library? Just refresh this one. What we have received here? Display another message. It's a simple one, it should work actually. Otherwise, mm, let's see. Any ideas? Anybody getting any ideas? Are you able to notice any problem here? Naveen, Rajesh, Revanti. Display another message is same only. Okay, let me edit it. So I'm not pushing it, I'm directly doing the changes here only so that it will be fast. Uh, I do one thing. I will comment out this line. How to comment out? Slash slash. Okay, this is a commenting. So copy and paste. Here is a new message. Here, uh, testing something I added. I'm committing the changes. Now fine. Let me run my job. Build now. Okay. Let me sum up some value. Instead of this text, let me send some value. I'm sending some 100. Apply. Save. Before that, I did a save. Okay. Build now. What is saying? No signature of the method. So signature means nothing but the function name. It is not finding the function name. Why it is not finding the function name? Amazing. Just bear with me. Configure. So what is the problem with the function name? Function name is there. Uh, Let me try outside. I want to comment. How to comment multiple lines? Slash star star slash. Multiple lines if you want to comment. Star slash star star slash. If you want to comment multiple lines. Let me try. It won't work, but still let me try. What happened to this? Okay, let me check one more time here. Go to my code and I will edit it. I click on the pencil symbol and I'm removing this value here, parameter. Okay, so commit the changes. Commit the changes. So what could be the problem? Everything looks fine, but anyway, let us run our method again, pipeline again. Build now. Console output. What it's saying now? Message. Okay, 100. I'm sending 100, right? That 100 I should not send, right? Because I'm not passing any parameter. So I have to remove that 100. Let me remove it and try. I'm just trying to how to fix the issue. So this way I'm trying to debug. Now build now. Console output. What is the error this time? Welcome message. Message. Welcome. Okay, this should be in script. Okay, slowly I'm going back. So let me comment it out. Remove this 100 and remove this. So tried actually, but as I know, I already know it will not work. But I tried without a parameter. Let's now try again. Now build now. Even then it is not working. Signature. What is the problem with the signature? Signature is fine. Display. I think looks fine. What is the problem with this signature? Amazing. Okay, let me try. So Groovy, what rules it having? Separate rules. Commit message. Actually, name can be given anything, but still I'm trying. Same issue. Just a moment, please. So in this situation, you can normally what we do, we will Google it and fix the issue. Sometimes we get mostly we use Stack Overflow. So something logic is there. What is saying because you are passing 3 arguments and 4 argument method also you are not using the passwords closure. If you want to specify the operation to made on top of source content, then use the closure. Something is different. We'll spend a few more minutes. We'll spend few more minutes and we end it. If it doesn't work, we'll see it sometime later. Dot, could you instead try to invoke like double quotation, but even without any message we tried, right? That also should not work. Okay, let me try with double quotation, but still I don't think that could be the reason. Let me try. Let me try. Go to my pipeline code, go to config. Last try. If it doesn't work, we will end this session and we will meet on April 8th. So here in this message, final test. Doesn't work, no problem. We'll fix it later on. I will check it out why it is failing. Save and build now. No worries. Leave it. I will check this why it is failing. Actually, it should work actually. It should work actually. And what library we have? Refresh. Just one please. Message. Home. Remove this comment. Remove the changes. Right. Fine. So let me run it again. Build now. Okay, no problem. We will end this session on 8th April. I will spend some time on this 15 minutes or so, and then we'll continue with next topic. Okay, I will just see why it is failing. A very simple example, but it is failing. Okay, please remember on April 8th we'll meet again at same time at 9:30. Any questions, please? Any questions you have? Swaraj, Rajesh, Revanti, Hua?
Yeah, no, no. Fine.
Okay, leave this Groovy script. I will check that and I will see on 8th. Revanti, Swaraj, Hua, what about you?
No, Madan.
Okay, okay. Thank you. So, can you come again? I was saying that any questions, Swaraj? We will meet on April 8th. Just I'm repeating this so that you may not forget. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Take care.